Okay, this is a bit off topic here, but this is something I've been reading from this Manly P. Hall book, Secret Teachings of All Ages. And in this chapter on ceremonial magic and sorcery, I found something really interesting. He was talking about the theory and practice of black magic, and you could pull this up online or whatever and read this. I'll start with this paragraph. He said, though the demonism of the Middle Ages seems to have disappeared, there is abundant evidence that in many forms of modern thought, especially the so-called prosperity psychology, willpower building, metaphysics, and systems of high-pressure salesmanship, black magic has merely passed through a metamorphosis, and although its name be changed, its nature remains the same. So, I won't name any names from any companies, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who are members of them where they pretty much tie into these systems where they call them pyramid schemes now. They have this system. You have to get so many people. Call all these people up. They have nice meetings and summits always, and you're always plugging in and hearing them. Everything's a big pep talk, and they're always promising, these riches. Do you want this house and this car and start your own business and do this and this and that? And you end up putting a bunch of money into products, and you have a house full of products, and nowhere near the kind of money that you're not getting any kind of money that you're putting into it. You're not getting it out of it. And it's never designed for you to. However, you will continue to hear the talk to keep motivating you. A lot of multi-level marketing companies do that, and people find themselves just constantly going and going and going and never getting results. Some will, some don't, depending on how much you work that magic. But that's exactly what it is. I've seen a lot of there's a lot of prosperity preachers and things out there, and it's like, yes, it's good to have things, but look at what's going on around you. If you find yourself going more and more without trying to get somewhere, you're giving up wealth you already have for imagined wealth, and everything is about materialism. It has nothing to do with the spirit, and it gets to the point to where, you have to, get these people to get under you to they start buying something, and then they get people to buy something with them and all this stuff, and, you find yourself monitoring everybody all the time, and, why you're not buying this? I see you didn't get this. And I mean, that is cultish as I don't know what. Like I said, there's a lot of companies out there that do that. And, there's a fanaticism almost in the people who follow it. Their eyes kind of glaze over. I mean, it's like they just can't take no for an answer. It's just always trying to find a way to try to corner you into buying something. I was, involved with a couple of companies like that, and it just didn't feel right to me. I had to leave it on. Like I said, the products are great, but the way they just try to keep getting into your head, and it's almost like being brought to the mountaintop and shown the world, saying if you buy before me, you can get all the, it's the same thing. You want this big house, you're ready to be independent, you want to have this car, and blah blah blah. All about temporal things. And those people at the top are getting paid because they got all these people duped into thinking that, oh, one day I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be a millionaire. And then they'll flip it around and say, oh, well, it's not gonna happen overnight. And some people being in for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and they may be getting nice little tiny checks, $100-some here, $200-some there, but never along the lines of what the owners are getting. And they've had years at it. So these are people who are well practiced in this kind of modern-day sorcery and black arts. So, for the people who are involved in that and you feel yourself just kind of trolled about it, get out of it. Sure, if the product is good, you want to use it, fine, but as far as getting involved in trying to sell this stuff, because you'll find yourself in a lot of, trouble with, financially or whatnot. And it even says this here, and this isn't from a Bible. This is, Secret Teachings of All Ages, Manly P. Hall. And He just said it right here. Demonism of the Middle Ages seemed to have disappeared, but there is abundant evidence of it in the prosperity psychology, prosperity preaching or preachers, willpower building, metaphysics, and system of high pressure salesmanship. High pressure salesmanship. You know, so you see these people, and they just won't take no for an answer. You got to look at these people are literally under a spell, especially if they're going to the summits and all the meetings and all these things. I mean, these people are literally are under a spell, and they're getting locked more and more into it. So you know, just be careful, you know, for those who are involved in it, and those who are on the outside. You know, if you see someone you know and they just seem a little too fanatical and wild-eyed about it, you know, sit them down. You know, read that passage, slow them down a little bit. They're gonna argue, fight tooth and nail to disagree. But you know, I didn't even have to go to a Bible for that. You know, that's in a whole other book. You know, Man, if he hard, everybody know he is, you know, high level cultist and everything. He's even saying it. You know, so just be careful with that.